settlement. So I think Netanyahu expects somebody much more aligned with his own views.
Yeah, and it was interesting. He spoke at Netanyahu, the UN vote being a danger to peace. But given settlement expansion and what that means for a possible contiguous Palestinian state, where is the peace process? Even is there one?
I think I've heard the peace process, the way it is right now, described as dead, as comatose. There hasn't been any sort of negotiations since April 2014, where they fell apart after a few months. That was Secretary of State John Kerry leading those negotiations. Both sides, the Israeli leadership and the Palestinian leadership, say they want peace. They're willing to meet anytime, anywhere. Both sides point the finger at the other side, saying it's that guy's fault, and that tells you exactly where the peace process stands. Two sides that essentially refuse to meet with each other. And I don't know, Trump has promised that he'd love to get a deal done on this. We'll see if he has any more luck. And I don't think anybody's too optimistic about him having much more luck than the previous administration, than Obama's administration.
It's a status quo that has been one for some time. Oren, thanks. Oren Lieberman there in Jerusalem. Meanwhile, Russia investigating why a military plane crashed into the Black Sea on Sunday. Authorities say 92 people were on board, many of them members of the Army's official choir. We're learning no survivors have been heard of. One official ruling out terrorism as a possible cause. Here now, our Matthew Chant with more from Moscow.
Well, according to defense officials, none of the passengers or crew on board this Tupolev 154 aircraft operated by the Russian military survived the crash, which happened shortly after takeoff from the Black Sea resort of Sochi in southern Russia. A naval recovery operation has been underway to retrieve bits of the aircraft fuselage and bodies, and a formal investigation into the disaster has been launched. This was an aircraft en route to Syria, to Russia's military base there at Latakia. On board were more than 60 members of the Russian Army's official military choir and dance troupe, the Red Army Choir, or Alexandrov Ensemble. They were due to give a New Year's performance to Russian troops stationed in Latakia. It's also the exact type of aircraft used by the Russian Defense Ministry to transport journalists to Syria. Me and several of my colleagues have taken this trip in the past. Indeed, Russian officials say there were at least 9 journalists on board this flight, apparently all from Russian news organisations who've been especially invited to cover the musical performances. Well, the Russian President Vladimir Putin has offered his condolences and declared a day of national mourning for the passengers and crew who lost their lives. He's also appointed his Prime Minister, Dmitry Medvedev, to oversee the crash investigation. Russian officials say they're ruling out terrorism at this stage as a possible cause and are focusing on mechanical or pilot error to explain why this aircraft